NBC4 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
Tonight, back on U.S. soil and one major step closer to her home in L.A. Hugs and kisses on the tarmac. The relief on her face after spending more than a year in a Russian prison. Today, the Trump administration announced they had secured the release of Ksenia Karelina in a prison swap in Abu Dhabi. More than 12 hours later, cameras captured the plane she was on board, landing at Joint Base Andrews, and the emotional reunion with loved ones that followed. NBC4's Darsha Phillips is in the newsroom with more on her long journey home. Darsha.
Yeah, we're hearing from Ksenia Karelina for the first time since she made it back on American soil. A Trump administration official posted a video on X of Ksenia moments after she stepped off that plane.
Cheers of joy as Ksenia Karelina landed at Joint Military Base in Maryland, right into the arms of her boyfriend, Chris Van Heerden. Ksenia tearfully thanked the president when she landed.
Mr. Trump, I'm so grateful for you to bring me home and for American government. And I never felt more blessed to be American, and I'm so happy to get home. Thank you.
It marks the end of a more than year-long ordeal for the former ballerina who was born in Russia. The 33-year-old was freed in a prisoner swap. The president revealing Thursday that it was UFC chief Dana White who pushed for her release.
Dana White called me and he said it's the friend or the relationship of one of the fighters for UFC or one of the fighters. And Dana's an incredible guy, and we spoke to President Putin about it, and they made a deal. They released the young ballerina.
Ksenia immigrated to Los Angeles about a decade ago and worked as an esthetician at a spa in Beverly Hills. Last year, when she traveled to Russia to visit her parents and younger sister, she was arrested and convicted of treason and sentenced to 12 years in prison. This all stemmed from a reported $51 donation Ksenia made in 2022 to a charity that sends aid to the Ukraine. Russia's Federal Security Service says her donation was subsequently used to purchase tactical medical supplies, equipment, weapons, and ammunition for the Ukrainian armed forces. NBC4 spoke with her boyfriend last year. He said when Ksenia left for Russia, she had no idea what was waiting.
She loves everyone. She supports everyone. She supports every case. I know she didn't understand what she was doing.
Ksenia's release is among a number of high-profile prisoner swaps Russia and the U.S. carried out in the last 3 years, and the second since President Trump took office.
Now, it's not clear when Ksenia will be making her way back to Los Angeles, but her boyfriend told the Associated Press that their dog Boots is also eagerly awaiting her arrival. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Darsha Phillips, NBC4 News.
Darsha, thank you. We have new details tonight in the helicopter crash in the Hudson River. One of the victims is a Siemens executive. And you can see the tour helicopter here falling. We paused the video just before impact. NBC News confirms Agustin Escobar, his wife and 3 children died in the crash this afternoon. They were visiting from Spain on a sightseeing excursion off the New Jersey shoreline. The crash happened around 3:15 local time when the rotors appeared to have failed. The pilot also died in the crash.
I heard like a weird noise, and when I looked up, I just saw it falling from the sky, and then just saw a big splash in the river.
In the air, like the blades came off, and it just dropped into the water. Blades just like flew off the helicopter, and it just dropped.
We were met by the first responders, and they told us they did everything they can to try to save these victims, and you can see the trauma in their face. They did everything they can, and they wanted me to make sure that I made that public. They really tried their hardest.
The FAA and NTSB are investigating the cause. In just hours, Eric and Lyle Menendez will try another road to freedom. A judge will consider their resentencing and possibly beginning the path for their release. But it's not something the current district attorney supports. NBC4's Robert Kovacic is here to break it all down for us. Robert.
Carolyn, when it comes to the fate of the 2 brothers, tomorrow's hearing will address 2 motions filed by 2 separate L.A. County district attorneys. Simply put here, one motion gives the Menendez brothers a path to get out of prison. The second does not. Is it possible the brothers who gunned down their parents inside their own home in Beverly Hills could possibly go free? 8 years ago from inside prison, Lyle Menendez told me he couldn't even imagine it.
I think it would be a little torturous to dwell on that.
Now the hopes of the Menendez brothers are back in a Van Nuys courtroom again. Late last year, a judge was asked to consider a resentencing request made by then LA County District Attorney George Gascon.
I believe that they have paid their debt to society.
Lyle and Eric Menendez are serving life sentences without parole. George Gascon said they should be eligible for parole.
Years in prison, rehabilitation, and can they be safely released into the community? I believe that those three things have occurred.
The judge delayed the hearing so he could review 17 boxes of documents and to let the new DA weigh in. And he did. Nathan Hochman requesting that his predecessor's resentencing request be dismissed. While Gascon believed the brothers suffered sexual abuse at the hands of their father, Hochman says there is no evidence to support that claim. And even so,
sexual abuse in this situation, while it may have been a motivation for Eric and Lyle to do what they did, does not constitute self-defense.
Hochman telling NBC4 weeks ago he would consider a resentencing request when he said the brothers take full accountability for their crimes.
If the Menendezes themselves want to go ahead and make a sincere and unequivocal statement, accepting full responsibility for the breadth of all the lies that they have told over the past 30 years, we will certainly consider that statement.
Consider it in what way?
Consider it in deciding whether or not they have finally shown full insight into the breadth of their criminal violations, completely accepted responsibility for those actions, which is a huge step on the path of rehabilitation. And rehabilitation itself is a huge step towards actually getting resentenced.
So it will be up to Judge Michael Jessic to decide, does he move forward with Gascon's resentencing request, or does he grant the Hochman motion to withdraw it? Now, if he does say, let's do this, the resentencing could get underway in just about a week's time. If he says, no way, it's another legal roadblock for the brothers. And then it will not be a judge deciding their fate. It will be Governor Newsom. And will he grant them clemency come June? But first things first, we're going to know more tomorrow morning, and NBC4 will have it all covered for you inside and outside of the courtroom, starting on Today in LA at 4. For now, I'm Robert Kovacic. Carolyn, more to come.
All right, Robert, thank you. And now to our exclusive interview with a teenage boy who says he was sexually assaulted by a local youth soccer coach, the same coach now charged with the murder of a 13-year-old. Mario Garcia Aquino is also accused of sexually assaulting at least 2 teenagers in 2022 and 2024, and police believe there may be more victims. We want to warn you, this report contains some graphic and disturbing details. Here's NBC4's Karma Dickerson.
When Oscar Omar Hernandez was found murdered in Oxnard April 2nd, allegedly at the hands of his